The first one we got is Jacob Reimer. And let me get the stats pulled up so you guys can go nuts on here. Jacob Reimer is with the High A affiliate with the New York Mets. He is 6'2", 205 pounds. He is only 19 years old. He was drafted in 2022, round 4, pick 119 overall, out of Ucapaya. I don't know how to say that, California. But he's got 336 at-bats in 2023, 89 hits, average of 265, on-base percentage of 399, on-base plus slugging 774, 8 home runs, 3 stolen bases. This is a pretty good debut for a 19-year-old. He made it all the way to High A this year. Who wants to blast this one out? You guys go nuts.
So I'll field this one. I think Reimer is a super underrated prospect already. I mean, he's only 19. He's still 19, so he was playing the season quite young for a 19-year-old. And even though on the surface the numbers aren't blowing your mind, the 265 batting average, that probably draws your eyes, 375 slugging percentage. His walk strikeout ratios were really good. He showed a little flash of power with 8 home runs, and he progressed all the way to High A as a young 19-year-old. I think it's pretty impressive, and I think this is somebody you want to open your eyes to for sure. I think he's a really good fitting prospect to have coming in at number 10 for us.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that debut. Let's be honest, a high schooler coming in and filling it up and making it all the way to High A. That's pretty impressive with those stats. That's a big leap, man. That's a big leap. And then 336 at bats as well. I mean, that's a lot of at bats compared to a high schooler, you know.
Yeah, I think Mets fans have something to be excited about here, for sure.
Yeah.
Anything to add, Doc? What do you think? Is he a buy for you?
Just to clarify for the audience here, this was a very impromptu addition. About an hour before we filmed here, they're like, hey, you want to join us tonight? I'm like, yeah, I've been begging you for weeks. And so just a few minutes before we hopped on here, I got handed the list. I'm like, I don't know this guy. So full transparency, I got more learning to do. I did just do a 900 prospect draft with both of you, so my learning is improving. But I'm happy to let you handle that guy. I was going to call him Reimer because there's a hockey player named Reimer, so it would have been a bad time.
You know, half the time we don't know how to say these names either. We just do the best we can.
Yeah. I think that's part of the appeal of Bats and Stats is we are all just jumping on here going, let's wing it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. That's what's exciting. It's so crazy. I wrote an article. My first and only article so far for Scott the Statline was a little analysis breakdown on Scott the Statline's top 10 catchers, and learning some more things. Nick Schwartz, for example, didn't really know much about him. And I'm like, okay, no, there's something here. There's something here. What they're putting this guy for AAA? Yeah, there's something here. Like that's a quick turnaround. That's the kind of thing I think that helps Scott the Statline stand out. It's like, yeah. People are like, I don't know who that guy is. Well, that doesn't mean he doesn't belong there. It might mean that, but it's odds are, there's some guys who are you want to get there first.
Yeah. Well, we've had a track record of pinpointing these guys early and often, and I think that's the strength that a strictly data-based model provides. Is that it is going to highlight somebody like a Reimer. And nobody else knows who he is. Like you have people that are just like, I've never heard of this guy. But if you're going into a 900 prospect draft, you know enough about this guy to think, hey, he's worth a pick here at number 300 maybe. So I'm a big fan. I think this guy's not going to cost you anything, and there's potential here. It's interesting. He's a 4th rounder, so he wasn't, this guy's coming with a cheap price tag if he's already owned. So, and in your drafts, your first year player drafts or your prospect drafts, keep an eye open for him.
We do have we have a tagline on here, Doc, and that's go get him. Is he a go get him for you?
I don't know yet, man. I got to dig deeper than just a couple minutes. I'm not saying go get him. You can say go get him. I got a couple guys here who I'm going to be going to get. if they ain't already been got.
So
I
Ross
say,
go ahead.
I say yes. He's a go get him because he's not going to cost you a thing. And if you're drafting, you can get him super late.
Yep, dirt cheap. I'm the same way. Go get him.